Hello everyone, I'm your host Leo, and I'm joined by our expert data analyst Dr. Sarah Chen. Today we are breaking down the simulation results for a massive Group H clash, Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay at the Hard Rock Stadium. Sarah, the tension is palpable with all that drama surrounding Bielsa's squad, and our 10,000 simulations have delivered a fascinating story.
Exactly, Leo. It is a true clash of philosophies. Saudi Arabia, under Georgios Donis, set up in a disciplined 4-4-2 low block, aiming to stifle space. Conversely, Uruguay, under Marcelo Bielsa, deployed their signature 4-3-3. The data suggests Bielsa's relentless high-intensity pressing was designed to force errors immediately, creating a suffocating environment for the Saudi defensive line early on.
It certainly worked early! Just 15 minutes in, that high press paid dividends. A turnover deep in Saudi territory allowed Darwin Núñez to pounce. He showed incredible composure to find the net. That is exactly what Bielsa wants, disrupting the build-up and capitalizing on the chaos. It's a nightmare start for the Green Falcons under the Florida night sky.
You can see the heat map here, Leo. Uruguay's pressure zones are heavily concentrated in the final third. They essentially locked Saudi Arabia into their own half for long stretches. The stats indicate this prevented the Saudis from launching any meaningful transitions, essentially nullifying the creativity of their midfield and making life incredibly difficult for their centre-backs trying to escape.
Oh, you could feel the desperation setting in. By the 38th minute, Saud Abdelhamid had to take a tactical yellow card. He was forced into that foul just to halt a dangerous Uruguayan counterattack. It highlights just how stretched the Saudi defensive structure was becoming under that constant, relentless pressure from the Uruguayan attack. They were barely holding on.
A 1-0 lead at halftime is exactly what the simulation predicted for Uruguay. It isn't just about the score, but the control they exerted. While Saudi Arabia has shown discipline defensively, they have been completely starved of possession. They need to find a way to break these pressing traps in the second half, or it will be a long night.
And just like that, the pressure doubles! 55 minutes in, Federico Valverde takes matters into his own hands with a massive vertical run. He drives right through the heart of the midfield and thunders a shot from the edge of the box. It's a moment of pure individual brilliance that puts Uruguay firmly in the driver's seat, 2-0 up.
Down by 2. Donis had to make a change. Around the 68th minute, fresh legs were introduced to inject some much-needed pace into the final third. The data suggested this was a last-ditch attempt to bypass the midfield congestion. Bringing on speed was the only logical tactical pivot to try and stretch the Uruguayan defensive line and find a breakthrough.
It pays off immediately! Salem Al-Dosari, the hero for the Saudis, finishes a clinical counterattack with a low strike into the bottom corner. That goal completely changed the mood of the match. Suddenly, there is life for Saudi Arabia. It's exactly the kind of direct transition play that Donis was hoping for, cutting the deficit and silencing some critics.
Goza of both level playing actually favoured Saudi Arabia slightly. The detailed counter-attacking patterns typically indicate a strong conversion rate in probability training.
Late drama was inevitable, Leo. Manuel Ugarte, usually the cool head in that pivot, picked up a yellow card in the 85th minute. He had to take a cynical foul to disrupt a late, desperate Saudi surge. It really highlights the tension in these final minutes. Uruguay was clearly feeling the pressure as the Saudis pushed for an equalizer.
A hard-fought 1-2 victory for Uruguay! While Saudi Arabia showed great spirit, that early control and Valverde's class ultimately sealed it for Bielsa. It's a fascinating start to Group H, Sarah. Thanks for breaking down the simulation data with me. What a match that turned out to be! We will see you next time for more analysis on the World Cup.